Well, you see who shows up. You know,
Okay.
we're on. We're going. We're
Right,
doing
okay.
it.
Okay, great. Okay.
Kathy will probably be here in a little bit. My partner. She'll be here in another 20, 30 minutes.
I just called you half an hour ago.
Mm-hmm,
So I just rushed down here. I saw you started at 7:30.
Okay, we'll get you hooked up here with the drum.
Yeah. So I've been doing a lot. I love kirtan. That's my favorite thing.
You've done what now?
I kirtan.
Oh,
Yeah. And I'm just learning the harmonium.
Oh, good.
But I trained with Soul David Ray. You probably know him.
Well, I know.
Hmm. And in his retreat, also we did a little bit of drumming, you know. So I just really enjoyed the. I just love drums.
Mm-hmm. These are special drums. These are from Ghana.
Oh wow!
And we worked with the master carvers in Ghana for the last 25 years.
Yes.
And it's all the goats are blessed, the trees are blessed.
Bless.
And we have the Nikrit drum flexings carved on the drums. We hear the drum for a solid year
Wow.
before we bring them over here.
Yeah.
And and these are the drums that are used for healing, you know, in Ghana. And
Ghana is within Senegal, is that right?
no, it's separate.
I know, but
Separate
it's
nation.
within. It's within Senegal. Geographically.
So what we're doing here is just use your whole hand right in the middle of the drum head. Yeah, use your fingers, fingertips, and the heel. So you're going to come up quickly, so you get that deep vibration flow. And that's the essence of the meditation, in the sense that every time you hit the downbeat, you're connecting to yourself, you're connecting to the earth, and you're connecting to your heart, and you're staying steady and relaxed, and it's bringing you into the present. So the distractions of our modern technological mind fall away, and you become very much in this moment. So each time you hit that downbeat, that's what we're calling it. That's what's called in the original rhythm and blues in New Orleans, is this idea of the downbeat, meaning it's an anchoring note. It's an anchoring note for everyone that's playing together. And it's also an anchoring note for the individual drummer, too. because that is the common beginning note. As we get more sophisticated and busier, it's easy to get distracted. So we always want to remember to come back and support this concept of the downbeat. And everyone supporting the downbeat then will participate in that energy exchange where we're sharing. We're sharing this. Essentially, it's the life force. This is the prana. This is orgone. This is kundalini. This is chi. This is ashe. This is mojo. And whatever, grace. Whatever your language is, every culture understands this energy. This cultural mix here hasn't had any sacred drumming in it, per se. So what's happening is this hunger, this need for people in this particular cultural mix to find their connection to rhythm that's more in the soul rather than just in the body or the mind. So now we have two hands. So that downbeat, then if you go back and forth, you don't have to. Get your other hand going. Yeah, good. Now, good. Now that's the essence of this process. That's called mirrored hand activity in psychological jargon. Mirrored hand activity. Now what that does is it balances the frontal cortex brain hemispheres, because now they start to do exactly the same thing. Both sides of your brain are actually cooperating for the first time, probably, in a lot of people's cases. Because most of the time, we use our dominant side. And that's a very stubborn side of the brain. It doesn't let the other side of the brain participate as much because it's very survival oriented. It says, no, let me do this. This is important. So we tend to favor that side of the brain. So this activity starts to balance the brain activity between hemispheres. And when that happens, we start to go into a deep trance pretty easily. Much easier than certain kinds of meditation, because this is not intellectual. We're using the body, we're using the hands to go into a meditative state, a trance. Now, the secret ingredient is to not speed up. So what we're doing is also part of the meditation, is to constantly remind our intellect to let go and not speed up. Because the smarter we are, the faster we want to go. So we have to allow ourselves to actually be late. Yeah. And as a result of this allowing ourselves just to be late, changes the chemistry in our minds and our bodies, because the adrenaline stops pumping, because the alarms stop going off as we relax and become just comfortable with being right here with a steady rhythm. We don't have to go anywhere else. We can be steady and relaxed right here. So that message that we physically send to our minds is that this is a safe place. So you can relax, turn off the alarms, give the survival mind time to shut down and relax. As a result of that, the adrenaline stops pumping. and the endorphins become very active. Thank you for all of these blessings coming to us right now. Thank you for all of these blessings coming to us right now. Thank you for all of these blessings coming to us right now. Thank you for all of these blessings coming to us right now. Ah, yeah. 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 Wash away, wash away, wash away fear. Wash away, wash away, wash away fear. Wash your, hi, come on in. Come on in. Oh, yeah. Hey, come on in. Okay, we'll get you set up here. Okay, now we're going to do a big ending. Got to have a big ending. Ready? Keep going. Yeah, it's good. Oh, okay, good. That's actually Kathy's going to work on that one. We're going to hook you up. So you guys introduce
Hi.
yourselves.
Hi, I'm Kenley.
Daniela.
Sia?
Nice to meet you.
But people call me Kenny.
Kenny.
Yeah. Buddy of my wife, Kenny and Kathy.
He calls you, Kathy calls you.
Yeah, well, they call me Kenny because
Listen. Yeah. What time did you guys start? 7, but I was here a little late.
Would anyone like water?
Got something.
Sure, I'll
I'm
have
good.
some more.
oh wow, we're online.
Uh-huh. We're going YouTube and just. Okay, here's water.
Oh, I like
Is that what
this.
comes with it?
Who you were waiting for water, Dan?
Oh, yes, thank you.
So this is Google Hangouts.
Yeah.
Is this for you?
Plus,
No.
you need
I'll take one, thank you. I mean, I'll buy one. Alright.
So that was good. That was good. You understood instinctively just to relax, to settle in. So that's the biggest challenge for people is to just allow themselves to be here and not to worry about wrong notes. There's we got to keep drums. Okay, let's pull this one.
You want me to hold them?
Just turning my phone.
Yeah, turn off your phones. Nice. Pull this stand out there. Here's the birthday girl.
Hi, happy birthday. You're gonna have to sing the happy birthday.
Happy
Hi,
birthday.
Kathy.
See you too.
Yeah, I'm sorry.
Is it today or was it yesterday?
Tia.
Tia. Okay, this is Kathy. This is Tia.
Hi.
The first time they come to this one, yes.
Great, how have you been?
Good to see you. Oh, sorry.
It's all right. Take off your ring.
Oh, yes, yes, yes.
Want me to hold your ring?
Oh. You want?
I just have mine in my pocket, so that's fine.
Yeah, so we have people drumming with us all over. We've got people in Japan drumming with us.
Oh, really?
Oh, really?
Australia, Kansas, Coconut Grove, Miami, Cape Cod.
Can we see that?
No. If we were Skype, there would still be a little bit of a lag, even with Skype. So they drum with us, but we don't see who they are. Also in England too, we got some UK. What's that? Yeah, they see us and they hear us.
Oh.
We can't. If we could be instantaneous, then that would be pretty amazing. But there's a bit of a lag. We tried it. I was in Japan and we tried it, and it's just not quite there because that's just, the physical limitations of technology. If it was instantaneous, that would be a bit metaphysical.
But it could be synced. You
Yeah.
could definitely sync it, like, even though it would be instantaneous,
Like
you'd be able to
Google.
sync it, like, whatever
Hangouts.
feed's going out to Japan would be delayed back to us, so if it was coming from Japan, it would be delayed. That wouldn't make sense. It's not that
So, right, you'd have to delay it for every time zone.
Yeah.
Not only every time zone, but even from here down the street, there would be a delay. So we've tried it, because we got IBM wizards on this. The fellow that brought me to Japan is a consultant for IBM worldwide. And he,
So I thought you said Sultan. I was like, a Sultan for IBM?
consultant. He was the first consultant. He was at Oxford, and they said, we want you to work. And he said, no, I'll be a consultant. And they said, IBM doesn't have consultants. He says, now you do. And he's brilliant guy. Also a martial arts instructor.
Oh.
And wife is a champion, Japanese champion, martial arts bodybuilder and everything. So they brought me over there, and it was wonderful. Good. That's the tone. Okay. So here we go. Now remember. Okay. Now I'll go over this again. This low tone right in the middle of the drum. Okay. Now come up quick, and use your fingertips also. So you're using your whole hand. Now symbolically, that's as much power as you can focus through your body, through your whole hand. That's the foundation for Bruce Lee's Jeet Kune Do. It's open, empty hand. But that's also the most power. So what you're doing is you're pulling this deep note up out of the drum. And that's the anchoring note that connects us to our hearts, it connects us to the earth, and it connects us to each other. Now, this drumming is a meditation, but it's a physical meditation. Most meditations are actually intellectual. You develop a mantra, which you repeat either verbally or in your mind. This, you don't do that, right? So what you've done is move the meditation process down into the body. And this wakes up the body wisdom, which is intuitive, instinctive, non-intellectual. And that's the difference with drumming meditation versus traditional meditation. In traditional meditation, you're going to use rhythm with a repeated mantra and your breathing to put you into a meditative state. Now that's indicative. Yeah, that's it. Is it switch up? Tap it. See if the mic is on. Yeah. Now again, give yourself permission to be relaxed and late. Is it starting to irritate? Okay, now what you're doing is you're hitting pretty hard. So instead of going into the drum in your mind, come away from the drum. Get in there just with enough energy to get the drum to sing. You want some padded tape? It's fine. What part of your hand now is right here? Okay. This way like that. Put another one in the next one. We also have drummer's ball. Okay, now what we're going to do is slow it down. Okay, bring it down. The more intelligent you are, it's more of a challenge to go to the meditative rhythm state. Because the intellect says, I understand this, I can do this, let's move on. But the meditation is to be right here and not necessarily feel like you've got to go someplace. So, back and forth with your hands. Start, first of all, just with the downbeat in the middle of the drum and leave the space. Yeah, just leave the space. Good. This is the hardest part of the drumming right here. Because the creative intellectual wants to fill the space and wants to perform. And sometimes ego-based, anxiety, you want to show off and prove that you're a great drummer and all of that, which is fine. But to treat this as a healing meditation, you've got to be able to allow yourself to be this minimal. Not consistently, but just allow yourself this option, just to be this minimal. And what happens when you are playing this simply is that the mind starts to gear down and relax and let go of the need to perform. So when the intellect lets go of the need to perform, it goes into neutral. And when it goes into neutral, That's when we access the deeper wisdom that resides below the intellect. That's what meditation is for. It's to get below the busy mind and allow the inspiration that's non-intellectual to come up into the conscious mind and replace the anxiety with happiness, integration, healing, acceptance, presence. So every time you hit that downbeat, come up quickly, pull the deep note up out of the drum, and don't muffle the head with your other hand. There you go. Full hand in quickly and then out. Yeah. Get the drum to sing. Yeah. That deep note, that's your connection to the center of the earth. That's the conduit that's going to bring healing energy into your system. Yeah. Letting go of the need of the day is what this does. And then once you've good, yawning is good. Because you feel safe, but your system is saying, I'm in a safe space, so now I can relax and heal. The physiological reaction of the body to stress is to speed up, to tense up, to narrow our perceptions into fight or flight reaction. We don't need any of that right now. So by slowing down all of those automatic survival reactions, by just doing this, the system shuts down the adrenaline. And as a result, shuts down stress-related illness that's connected to adrenaline, such as, the list goes on, hypertension, cancer, on and on. So what we're doing here is we're giving ourselves permission to be in a healing space. And that is outside of the intellect. Aye, 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 aye. Welcome, powers of the sound. Welcome, powers of the West. Welcome, powers of the West. Welcome, powers of the West. Welcome, powers of the North. 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 Welcome, powers of the sky. 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 Welcome, powers of the earth. 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 Welcome, powers of the sea. 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 Welcome, powers within me. Welcome, powers within me. Welcome, powers within me. Welcome, powers within me. Circle, draw round. Circle, draw round. Circle, draw round. Circle, draw round. Power brought down. Power brought down. Power brought down. Power brought down. Protection surrounds. Protection surrounds. Protection surrounds. Protection surrounds. Sacred bounds. Sacred bounds. Sacred bounds. Sacred Good.
Oh,
Well, that's a soul retrieval.
Aho.
Aho, yeah.
Aho
Which
good.
is-
Aho is what? That's good.
It's good. Aho is like, we all agree. It's a good thing.
That's a good thing.
D'accord. So it's like, that was really, really laid back. You know, the tempo didn't push. So everybody got that. Generally, people, you know, it's a fight. You know, the tempo starts to creep up. So everybody today is really good. You're really locked in. Now, that I tell people, check your emotional, physical climate, right while you're there, right here. Because when we kick up the tempo, you want to stay in that relaxed mode as more of the cosmic energy comes through, because the tempo is increasing. The tendency is to like tense up. You know, when we're having more fun, what do? We speed up. That's not, why? Why would you want to speed up when you're having fun? You know what I'm saying? So it's like, this is a meditation in the sense like high energy drumming, when you're high speed, should be, conceptually, just as relaxed as if you're playing slowly. The body and the chemistry in your mind and your body is going to be just as relaxed as when you're playing slowly. Did you want to try? Oh, you got the tape on that.
Oh.
Okay.
Like in tape.
So,
Tape won't stick.
so what we're going to do now is we're going to focus on bringing in healing energy. And as this is Reiki. We're all familiar with Reiki, right? Okay. Reiki energy is a palpable, real energy. You know, there's enough science now starting to prove that it exists. It's the life force brought through the human organism and through life in general. The drum generates life force. That's why people are coming to it, because they're not getting enough life force. It's a nutritional supplement. Rhythm, we're not getting real rhythm in our lives. The drum machines and all of that give it, it's like artificial sweetener. It tricks the system into thinking that it's rhythm, but it's not really rhythm. It's not really sweetener. So what the system reacts and desires real sweetener, desires real rhythm, because it's saying, I'm not getting something. So that's why people who aren't drummers come to the drum, one reason. So what does it do? What does rhythm do to us? It heals. It moves us in ways that are outside the intellect. Plus, it puts the intellect in neutral. That's what's interesting here. It's like it's an old football term. You're blindsiding the intellect. You're sneaking up on the intellect, and you're putting it into neutral. That's what mantra repetition does in kirtan. It's like the repetition and the mind just starts to calm out. And you can't tell the mind relax. It won't listen. It won't relax. So what you do, you use a repeated mantra with breathing to sneak in there and trick the mind, the intellect, into going into neutral. Rhythm, no intellect at all. It's just mechanical phenomenon of using rhythm to put that anxiety machine, the intellect, into neutral. And the fun part of it is if you're cooking and it's swinging and the body's moving, suddenly you're letting go of trauma as well. Trauma history releases when the mind and the body feels safe. So when these cooking grooves and the body starts to move on its own, that's releasing trauma history. That's called dancing. So we'll pick up the tempo now. So now what happens immediately? The intellect says, oh no, this is fast. I'm not going to be able to do this, right? Not to worry. Again, downbeat is your anchoring note. That's the only note you support. You don't have to play it every time. But as long as we all agree on that note, it's going to work. It's going to swing. It's going to feel good. The body's going to move. Because we're all in agreement. If we were fighting, if nobody wanted to support the downbeat, well, it'd be like Venice Beach. It'd be like chaos, it'd be anarchy. And as a result of that, there would be chaos coming into our lives because of that. So here, we're creating consistent, coherent energy. And as a result of that, healing takes place. Healing is the absence of illness. We're giving the body in the spiritual envelope that we are permission to let go of the illness and welcome in this healing life force. It's a blue-white light energy. Every culture sees it the same way. All mystics describe it as a blue-white light energy, even the scientists. So that's what we're welcoming into our system by putting the intellect, the fear machine, into neutral. Wash away, wash away, wash away fear. 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 Ah, yeah. wash away stress. Wash away, wash away, 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 wash
Thank you
You're
for
welcome.
coming in.
You're very welcome.
Do you do this frequently?
Yeah, 3 times a week.
Oh my gosh.
There's a flyer behind you on the stool over there. Oh, you're sitting on the flyer. It's good. Well,
Cool.
and so we do it Tuesday, Friday at 7, Sunday at 3, and then tomorrow, starting at 2 o'clock, we'll be on the sidewalk for the street fair.
And you're welcome to join us then.
And we'll go to like 6 or so.
Okay.
So it'll be a long day. So come by.
Very cool. Yes, I'm glad you're in.
Good. It
Thank
sounded
you.
good.
Yeah.
Thank you. Have a good evening. You too. Bye.
Bye.
Now, these rhythm patterns are simple, but they are truly cell phone numbers to the center of the universe. They've always been that. They're pathways that humans have always used to get to a source of healing, safety, power, wisdom, and just good feelings. So if you dial them right, you get, Hello Central, give me Dr. Jazz. It's like, boom, you go straight to the source. And there's really only 2 rhythms. The 4 stuff that we've just done and the 3-beat. Now the 3-beat has power in it that's different than the 4-beat. Like in Africa, it's originally the African rumba. And you can hear it all across Africa in different variations. But it's a 3-beat combination. If you were to come out of Africa and say in Vienna, it would be a waltz. In America, it's the blues. It's a blues shuffle. American Indian, it's the ghost dance. The Far East, it's a martial arts rhythm. But it's in South America, it's part of the, the ritual magic rhythms all through the Caribbean. So it has inherent rhythm, magical energy that we don't have a vocabulary for in this culture. If you were to be in Cuba, for instance, they would have a lot of descriptive words to articulate or in Haiti, for instance, what the rhythm does to people and, and what it does to reality. Because reality is rhythm. Without rhythm, there is nothing. There's no reality. So what you're doing here is you're interacting with the basic building blocks of reality. That's why it's important to be consistent with that downbeat, so it's coherent. If you come at it crazy, well, that's what you get. So what we're doing is we're communicating in the language of the universe, to the universe. And just like in a computer, the computer's not going to know what you want from it unless you talk to it in its language. So that's what we're doing here. So we're talking to the giant computer, which is the universe. And we're talking to it in its language. And it says, oh, well, of course. You want this? Here it is. Because it's saying, this is compatible, you're able to handle this, you're telling me what you want, I understand, we're in agreement. That means aho. That's what that's all about. So we're going to do the 3-beat rhythm. And now there's interesting things that happen physiologically if you just go back and forth like this. Now, what your mind does here is it assumes things. First of all, it assumes that we're in a 4-beat. Because most of our culture functions in a 4-beat. You're driving a non-electric car, it's a 4-bank. It's a 4-cycle engine. Now, the 3-beat rhythm is very trance-inducing. And it's the original rhythm. It's the rhythm that humans used predominantly before the Industrial Revolution. When the Industrial Revolution came in, that's when anxiety and neurosis started to become evident. And that's in 1898, that's when Freud came up with his concepts of neurosis based on what he was getting from his patients. Now, his patients were feeling nervous because of the Industrial Revolution. The rhythms of pollution of the machine, the steam engine, all the machines going off around Vienna were making everybody very nervous because our system locks into the dominant rhythm of the environment. It's a survival instinct. It goes way back. Lock in to the rhythms of the seasons in order to survive. So this alarm goes off inside a human when we're not locked into the environmental rhythms. It creates anxiety, stress, adrenaline. And the alarm is saying to the intellect, you're not in sync with the rhythms of the environment, you will not survive. Right? So when the Industrial Revolution kicked in, that alarm went off big time. Saying you can't lock into a steam engine because you're not a machine. But the anxiety was still there. So now the technology is so fast, the alarms are going off so fast that we're not even aware that we are stressing from this ancient survival technique that is hardwired in our DNA now. So what we're doing by drumming is we're telling our system it's okay. This is safe. You don't have to lock up to the drum machine. You don't have to lock up to the car alarm. You don't have to lock up to your iPhone. Everything is digital, which is incredibly fast rhythms. So fast we can't even perceive it. So this 3-beat rhythm, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, is putting us back into an organic, rhythmic language. Good, everybody's fine with this. A lot of people can't do this because the side of their brain that's dominant refuses to have a downbeat on the lesser important hand. You know what I'm saying? They'll do 2 notes on one hand in order to do the downbeat on the strong hand. And that's how we do rhythmic diagnostics in therapy. If a person's that locked in, we slow down, we have different procedures. But right now, we're all doing pretty good with it. Now, if we were in Cuba, this would be Santeria. This would be Guaguancó. This would be the conjuring rhythms to bring in Shango, the god of the drum, or Babalu, god of payback, or Yemeya, goddess of love, or Ogu. So we don't go there. What we're doing is we're allowing the blessings of the universe, because we have no agenda here other than to be healed and healthy and happy and peaceful. We're not fighting. We're not trying to escape from slavery. We are blessed. We are so lucky. So we are allowing this blessing to come into our system in the form of healing white light. was nice. See, you see how that tempo pushes? Because it's full of energy. That groove is the groove to get people going. It's a march, it's a war rhythm, if you were to go there with it. John Philip Sousa made a lot of money off that rhythm. All of the military songs in America that he wrote based off that 6/8 time. Zulu war dance, American Indian, South American war dance, Caribbean, you know, the voodoo stuff. So if we treat it neutrally, it has incredible power because the system aligns in a unique way with the 3-beat because both sides of the body are going at it. Whereas the other ways, you know, the 4-beat, you kind of favor your strong side. So what we're doing is we're rhythmically integrating the functions of the body. The thalamus lines up rhythmically, so all the internal organs start to rhythmically go in harmony, rhythmic harmony with the rhythms. So what we're doing here is we're using the downbeat as our focus to bring ourselves into cosmic harmony with all the other rhythms in the universe. And these are patterns that the humans have been using. Not only humans. You can go anywhere in the universe, and if you play these rhythms, they'll buy you a drink. I'm not kidding. You could go into any place, and you start and you listen to what they're playing, and if it's either one or the other, and you go along, you play it, and you go, you know our rhythms. How do you know that? This happened. Like this retired couple, they're trekkers. You know, they've been coming with us in here drumming for years, and they said we're going to test your theory on this, and they went to Africa. And with express directions to the tour guide that we want to go to a village out in the middle of nowhere and we want to drum with the village drummers. Okay, so they get out there in the middle of nowhere and the drummers come out and they set up the drum. Say, okay, now we're going to drum for you. They said, no, that's not the deal. The deal is we drum with you. They said, well, how can you possibly drum with us? You don't know our rhythms. Go for it. So they did, right? And they were doing triplet. And they took off, and this elderly couple stayed on that basic pattern, and it blew everybody's mind. And the tour guide got on the cell phone and said, these Americans, you know, they know how to drum, you know. And they came back and they said, what we did was we listened, and we found it was either the 3-beat or the 4-beat, mostly the 3-beat. I said, yeah, mostly the 3-beat. And they fit in there, and everybody got along just fine. They couldn't believe it, you know. But that's because humans are the same. You know, on that basic level, humans are, you know, all humans are consistent. And if a person comes to the drum desiring to feel the meditative energy, and they can't do that because they're so psychologically distracted or injured, that's a rhythmic indicator. And that's where the drumming therapy evolves into reintegrating them into, they become core-centered again, you know, and they can play. Suddenly they're good drummers. One session. And the psychotherapists are going, one session and they're better? And I said, usually, you know. I said, you got to find some other way to pay for your Mercedes. That actually happened. She said, I had the patient for 5 years, and I did the drum thing. You trained me how to do the drum thing, and she never showed up again. And I called her. I said, are you okay? She said, I'm fine. That drumming thing you did, it works. Living my life. I'll let you know if I need you. Thanks. Bye. She said, one session. I said, yeah. A lot of times, that's all it takes. Because the body wants to go there. So you're giving it, it's just a recalibration. It's a mechanic. It's like putting your car up on a rack. But there's the problem. See, because I'll work a lot with psychotherapists, and it's like, and I have complete respect for them. But psychotherapy is like trying to fix your car while you're driving it. Yeah. You're using the intellect to fix the intellect. Yeah. Drumming as a therapy, it removes you. It puts you in an objective, remove. You're not in the intellect. You're in the body. And you can see the intellect doing stuff, like creating tension, resisting, trying to correct, being worried about wrong notes, you know, examining, you know, performance anxiety. All the stuff that the intellect does, that's its job. You know, thinking it's doing the right thing. But what it's doing is it's like interfering. with something so basic. And then the body says, you're in the way to the intellect. And the intellect eventually says, you're right. And then lets go. And suddenly you're 100% here. And it's like, the body says, see, I told you. I know how to do this. Let me do this. So we'll go back to the 4B. Now what we're doing here is getting it a little more funky. Now, this little note that I'm putting in here, that note, that's part of the Latin. That's part of the clave. The clave is a sacred rhythm combination that all Latin music uses as a sacred vehicle. It's a 3-2 combination. So it's interesting. The mind does not understand that note. It's going. That's close enough, right? The downbeat is close enough, right? And that's indicative of extremely smart people. It's been close enough. So what we got to do here, don't hit hard. See? Okay. Now we're going to take a break. What happened there? This is all, my breakthrough exercise. Your hand okay? A little sensitive? Okay, so the drummer's balm is good for the discomfort. If you want to put some of that on, this is really good healing balm. Yeah, feel good. It's okay to put it on. It's good for your skin. It's good for the drum. Not a big deal.
Is it like numb it or anything, or no?
It's what?
Is it numbing?
No, it's got arnica in it. So arnica is really
swelling.
good. Yeah. It kills pain.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, arnica is really good for pain. Any kind of tendinitis, muscle soreness, any kind of physical pain. Arnica is a natural, herbal treatment. Yeah, pass it around. I'm good. Okay, so where was I? Oh, yeah. So this accented note. Yeah. Okay, now what's going on here is that the intellect is going, this is close enough. I'm going to be real stubborn about this. I'm going to go. Right. And your intellect's saying, that's close enough, right? No. So what we're going to do is we're going to trick the intellect into playing it correctly. And the way you do that is by subtraction. See, most people think good drummers play a lot of notes. But in reality, great drummers only play the right notes. And they leave the space, because the space is where the body moves. The dancer moves, where the singer moves, where the soloist plays. The space is actually more important than the notes. The notes are just markers. So what we're going to do is we're going to trick the mind into doing what it loves to do, which is fill up the space. What a beautiful, pristine swamp. Well, tomorrow it's going to be a parking lot. That's the way the humans work. So what we're going to do is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Right? Easy, right? Now, take off the last note. See my tambourine? It's got all. It's landing on the downbeat. Now go back and do 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Right? See how the mind is fine with that. Nice and predictable. Now do the 4 notes. What happens? The mind starts to panic. Right? The downbeat, you're not hitting the downbeat. Now what it does is it pulls you. When you hit that upbeat, it pulls you, and that's how you get people to dance. That's an upbeat. Now just swing it. Just relax with it. This is swing, big band jazz. It's everything that swings. Joe Turner said, "Let your backbone slip." This is the trickster. This is the coyote. This is Cocobelli. Every culture has a trickster in it. Let go of the negative tension and allow the movement to bring you into this happy, happy light. This is a happy rhythm. Happy, happy light. This is also the foundation for reggae. So that group, you can get any group to dance with that group. It's just happening. Any culture, anywhere in the world, people love that group because it gets you on a real deep level. And your system says, I feel good. I want to dance. I feel safe. I'm good. I'm good to go here with this. And it's like all the old swing stuff. Like when the big band, because there's a great piece of documentary film called Love You Madly with Duke Ellington, and he's explaining this rhythm to the audience. And the audience is real, East Coast, white, upper class, very straight, conservative, 1940s, late 1940s, early 50s. So they're pretty rigid, So he's trying to get them to click their fingers on the offbeat.
I like that.
Right? And they couldn't do it. Most of them couldn't do it. So he slowed it down. And you can see he was so gentle and so forgiving and so patient. And he was just knew that this was important to get these people to swing. You know? You get up off the downbeat, because the downbeat is like for marching. You get up on the offbeat, that's for dancing. As a result of that, people heal. People get better. Because suddenly, you're not worried. You know? Don't worry about a thing. You know? Everything's going to be all right. That's why the old school reggae has that feeling. Whenever you need a lift, remember this rhythm. It's eternal. It'll always come back around. It'll always be his song. And the evolution, right? The evolution of the groove, right? This came out of Africa as part of the African rumba. So by the time it got through Cuba, Puerto Rico, gets into New Orleans, it becomes simplified like this and becomes a swing, a blues shuffle. So Chuck Berry heard Charlie Christian, you know, the old jazz guitar players playing this, and doubled it up, and it became, you know, rock and roll. And of course, in Texas, same thing happened. You know, the big band stuff picked this up because it was happy. Everybody could dance to this. And so all the big bands, you know, Duke, Count Basie, even like, you know, Paul Whitehead, the up straight guys, they had to swing. Woody Herman, everybody used this rhythm. Now, at the end of this is a World War II group. End of World War II. We made it, we won, hooray, right? Everybody's, you know, looking forward to the future. So this is this optimistic rhythm. And you can mess with it and be sloppy, and it doesn't matter. It just keeps cooking along. It's all based off that upbeat. Wow. So with a big band, this is from the drummer's point of view, this is so fun. You got a big horn section. There's a lot of optimism, a lot of positive energy in this room. And you'll hear it in theme songs for all the 60s